During the Green Walk event on Sunday, hosted by the Environmental Protection Agency, Head of State President Irfaan Ali, while addressing the importance of fighting against climate change, noted that the issue cannot be addressed unless the fundamental needs and wants of human beings are discussed.
We cannot even speak about climate change if we have people who are hungry, people who don't have access to water, people who don't have access to wages and earnings, and they have no other alternative.
President Ali highlighted that 1 in 3 persons in developing countries do not have access to safe drinking water due to the lack of resources and revenues, while another 3 billion lack basic hand washing facilities, 4.2 billion do not have safe sanitation facilities, and 2.2 billion cannot access water from a safely managed facility.
10% of the global population do not have access to adequate housing. 1 billion people of the global population live in slums. More than half of the world live on less than $5 a day.
The head of state strongly preferred that Guyana, as a growing country, has a fundamental right to equitable development and called for the developed countries to do more in helping those countries that are currently developing. He pledged his country's commitment to exploring all possible revenue-generating activities to garner the resources necessary for the adoption and mitigation of climate change.
We cannot have one world and one planet where more than half the people are without water, without food security. We cannot have one world and one planet if we have such great inequality that exists in our world.
In observing World Environment Day celebrated on Sunday under the theme, Celebrating One Earth as One Guyana, President Ali also planted a Barbadian mahogany tree in the national park and noted that the symbolic nature of the tree comes from the CARICOM member state, Barbados, which is also severely affected by climate change. The head of state also witnessed the unveiling of a mural by the United Nations and visited booths of exhibitors at the event. Among those in attendance were Minister of Home Affairs Roopson Ben and Minister of Housing and Water Colin Crowell, as well as representatives from several environmental and non-environmental organizations. World Environment Day, celebrated annually on June 5, is United Nations' principal vehicle for encouraging awareness and action for the protection of the environment. Reporting for DGP Nightly News, Joel Vogt.